So as a 17-year-old who's been lifting for about 3 years, I think I've packed on a significant amount of muscle in that amount of time. And I'm going to be going over my workout routine and kind of what I did to get the physique that I have right now. So I've been pretty much on the same consistent split for the whole time I've been lifting, ever since I started at my house and then made my way all the way to the gym that I go to now. I've pretty much been consistently on the same split, doing roughly the same exercises every time I work out. I feel like that's kind of unusual because a lot of people switch up their routines throughout the course of time they've been lifting, and I have been, unlike most of my friends, just fully devoted to one routine the whole time throughout my entire gym career. Now, people will say tons of different things. No one's going to agree on one specific type of split or routine, but this is specifically what worked for me. So if you feel you might have similar genetics to me, then this will probably work for you. So, to start, the split I've always used is probably the most popular split, push-pull legs. So that refers to the movement that I do on the specific days. For instance, like push is chest day, pull back day, and then legs is legs. So I start off chest day with bench. And on bench, I prefer to go up to no more than 5 reps and no more than 5 sets. So at most, I'll do a 5x5 on bench. And doing this, I feel, helps build strength for this exercise, which is probably my favorite exercise to do in all of lifting. It's also probably the most impressive exercise to be strong at, which is why I tend to prioritize strength and keep the reps low. There's not much to say about bench other than just like make sure that you're also doing the next exercise that I'm talking about too, so that you can hit every part of your chest on like a heavy movement. Incline dumbbell press is probably the most important exercise on my chest day because it specifically targets like my whole chest, but specifically more my lower chest, but specifically more my upper chest, which regular barbell bench doesn't target as much. And the reason I love this chest press is because I can kind of rotate my arms this way and push like up like that instead of just straight flat. And for me, that kind of activates my upper chest more and helps me to build more of this like aesthetic upper part that I have going on. So I'll stay around 12 reps and I'll do 3 sets, maybe 4 sets sometimes. After that, I'll go into basic chest press on the inclined machine because I feel prioritizing upper chest is more important for overall aesthetics, which is mainly the reason I lift. And I prefer this exercise over other exercises because it allows me to kind of lock my arms in place on the machine and just push to my absolute limit without having to worry about form or anything. I think you need an exercise like that to just go lots of reps. I do 8 to 12, and then I'll do 3 sets. And then my final chest exercise is cable flies. I like to go really slow and do 4 to 5 sets, and I'll do 8 to 12 reps for each set. So I'll really focus on like holding my hands kind of straight and just kind of like putting the straps around my hands and just holding them like this, not grabbing, so that I can really feel it in my upper chest. And doing this kind of allows me to burn out in a way that also builds strength and doesn't just kind of, involve like really fast movements back and forth, because I can go slow, concentrated, but still feel it completely and not waste my time. So for shoulders, I do 2 things. Well, multiple things, but 2 main categories. I do some sort of overhead press, whether that be on the Smith machine or my preferred dumbbells. And I'll go a weight that's somewhat heavy, but I don't want to get injured, so I'll keep it relatively moderate in terms of weight that I need to push. And I'll pretty much just do about 8 to 12 reps because I don't want to go lower than that and risk ripping my shoulder, which I've done before. And then my second shoulder exercise is side lateral raises and then front lateral raises. And I'll do 12 reps and 3 of each exercise. Doing this allows me to hit the side and the top and back of my shoulder. And I feel like this is all I need for shoulders because personally it seems to work for me, and I am not lacking on my shoulders compared to my other muscles. So finally, on my push day for triceps, you can do whatever you want with triceps because they're a relatively simple movement. But what I like to do is I do 12 tricep push downs, do that for 3 sets, and then do overhead pushes for 3 sets and 12, and then I'll do dips with weights. So I'll put a 45 on and then I'll just kind of burn out for 3 sets with dips. So that's my chest day. Now let's move on to back day. My back day consists of pretty much, I like to hit about 5 back exercises, and then I'll just burn out on biceps. So the exercises that I like to hit are, okay, bent over rows with a barbell. I like these specifically because it's kind of like it requires your whole body to kind of do the movement, which is why I kind of like, it reminds me of like a compound lift, even though it's not. And then I'll do overhead pull downs on the cable machine, 3 sets of 12. Same with the exercise before, I do 3 sets of 12. And then after that, I'll do rows on the flat bench with dumbbells, and I'll do 8 to 12 reps for 3 sets again. And then I'll also do close together cable rows on a like a bench. So I'll pull like this, and pretty much that really activates kind of like my rear delts right here. And then I'll burn out on pull-ups. But pull-ups, you can really do any pull down exercise and it'll be pretty much equivalent. I just prefer pull-ups because that's probably my favorite back day exercise. I don't know, I just love pull-ups. And then on biceps, pretty straightforward. I'll take heavier dumbbells and I'll do 3 sets of like 8 with them. And then I'll do a lighter easy curl bar, and I'll do like 3 sets of 12 with that. And I'll completely burn out, and then I'll do a cable bicep workout, and then I'm finished. 3 sets of 12 again on the cables. Just like pull it up like this with a rope. So finally for legs, my leg day is pretty simple but very effective because my squat is pretty good for my age. It's 410. I have friends who squat more, but for my body weight around like 165, I think 410 is pretty good. So I start with squat and I do whatever feels right. It depends on the day. I change it up all the time, but really I do squat just to kind of like train my whole body and put like heavy weight on my back so I can become stronger with my legs. Next, after that, I'll hop on the Smith machine and I'll do lunges with the Smith machine bar on my back. And I'll put just like a 45 on each side and completely burn out as much as I can for 3 sets until failure each time. And that absolutely kills me. I do, each leg one at a time, and I feel that so much. After that, I just do leg raises on the machine. So pretty much just like, pushing my leg up and 3 sets of 12 with those. Then I'll do dumbbell RDLs. I put a belt on and I grab like the hundreds, and then I go very slow and I do 3 sets of, kind of a drop set from 12 down to 8 down to 6, and I'll just go super slow, trying to really feel it in my hamstrings on each one. And then after that, I'll go do hamstring curls on a machine where I kind of like lean over and just kind of like kick them back up. Pretty straightforward, hamstring curls. It's the name. The name is pretty straightforward. And that's pretty much my leg day. I like to really burn out on every exercise, so I don't do that many, and I sacrifice kind of my like overall volume for just like feeling the exercise more. And it works for me. I make pretty consistent progress still, even after a couple of years. And yeah, that's my workout routine. I just wanted to make a video about that. So that's it.